is Darren Joseph from HEJ.tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of international tax. And today we have the honor and privilege of having a great conversation with Michael and Nuno. Michael, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thanks, Darren. Good to be here. After a career in consulting in the international tax planning game, I'm now the founder of an investment platform in Portugal with some interesting golden visa qualifying investment products.
Fantastic. And Nuno?
As Michael was saying, thank you very much for the invitation to be here. I'm a tax partner at CMS, which is a Portuguese-based law firm, but present in 45 countries. We have been, and I've been very active in the private clients sector, mostly obviously in respect of taxes, but also touching upon golden visa, and that's why I've been working actively also with Michael in this sector.
Fantastic. Well, you mentioned, Nuno, the tax residence. You're not going to trigger tax residence by investing in the fund, but I guess that leads to the question, well, how would one trigger tax residence in Portugal?
The Portuguese tax residency, basically, it depends on the compliance with two alternative conditions. One, so either or. Right. Either spending more than 183 days in Portugal, barely more or less 6 months, or to have a title over a Portuguese address. And when I mean the title is owning a property or renting a property that you would voluntarily call your primary residence. Knowing how do the authorities work in Portugal and the lack of means that they have, to be honest, becoming Portuguese tax resident from a practical standpoint applies to people that want to become Portuguese tax resident. Because to be honest, I think that you have people that live in Portugal for longer than 6 months, but because the authorities are not, they don't have means to check whether the person really spent that time in Portugal or not, because they would never know, for example, if you traveled to Lisbon in the morning and you drove to Spain in the afternoon. So unless you voluntarily go and register as a Portuguese tax resident before the Portuguese tax authorities, from a practical standpoint, it would be difficult for them to even understand that you are complying with residency requirements. But answering the question, Darren, it's one out of two. Spending more than 6 months in Portugal or having a title over a Portuguese address that you would voluntarily call your primary residence.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Michael, if someone wanted to reach you to find out more about golden visa opportunities, what's the best way to find you?
Reach out directly. I've always experienced such a warm welcome in Portugal, and people looking at the jurisdiction, I'm happy to make sure they get the same level of experience. Email, it's available on my website, through LinkedIn. I'm generally very, very responsive. Looking forward to engaging with a few more people.
Michael Maxwell on LinkedIn. And what's your website? What's your URL again?
It's portugalpanorama.com. So email address is michael@portugalpanorama.com.
Fantastic. And Nuno, what's the best way to find you?
Look, I think that, again, the email is an option, which is nuno.santos@cmsportugal.com. I think it's probably the best way. And then, obviously, you engaging, we can talk via WhatsApp or phone. It's fine. All of them work.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time.